Um, Video 3. It's the first day of the new year, and with that, I would like to talk about uh, something that I don't typically talk about at all, and it's my struggle with uh, addiction. Uh, oh wow, I need to remember this for later. Um, yeah, it's kind of awkward and hard for me to admit that I have struggled with addiction, especially at such a young age. And it's with a substance that most people do. That you'll be like, man, this guy's a loser. How do you get addicted to weed? Like, it's so not addictive, and I really don't like when people say that because it's anything could be addictive, especially a drug, which weed is a drug, and it started at a very young age. Just the idea of smoking or getting high. in in sixth grade, I was in class sitting down with one of my close friends, and he was telling me about how him and his cousin they made edibles, and he started describing the feeling to me. He's like, it felt so good. I felt so happy. I felt amazing. I kept laughing. I kept giggling. It was a feeling that I can't explain. It was just so. It felt so good, and it intrigued me so much. I was listening. I don't even know what was going on in class at the time, but I was just listening to him, and I was like, wow. What are edibles? What is weed? Because I had no clue what it was. I think it was seventh grade actually, because then COVID happened, and I didn't see him for like 2 years. And I asked him because I would get allowance. I asked him, bring me some. I'll pay you for it. I'll give you $5. He was like, $5? Yeah, yeah, I'll give you some. I have, because he mentioned to me that he has some left over, and I wanted to try it, and luckily, uh, he was lying. I asked him about it later on, like in either ninth or 10th grade, and he was like, and then he laughed at me and he was like, bro, I was lying about that. I don't know why I made that shit up, but I was lying, my fault. And I started laughing. I was like, nah, you're good, bro. That's just like my first memory of marijuana, and I thought it was funny, but I don't know why. Like the idea of getting high just intrigued me at such a young age, and COVID happened, so I didn't see him for 2 years, and then in ninth grade, uh, I was so happy to see people again. I was so happy to be around people. I haven't talked to these people in 2 years, but I was just so happy. I started talking to them like we never stopped talking, like COVID never happened. Like I knew them, and we became like really close friends from there. And from there, I need to kill this guy, but I'll wait later on. From there, remember in ninth grade, he brought up how him and one of his friends smoked weed. And I was like, wow, that's cool. Like, I was still heavily intrigued by it at this time. Not like heavily, like subconsciously. Because I wasn't actively looking it up or thinking about it during COVID. And again, I asked him, let's split a joint, because I was scared. I wanted to, not a joint, an edible, because I remember him talking about it when we were younger. I want to get high, like, can you get me an edible? And he was like, yeah, just give me $10 and then I'll get it to you. And the edibles themselves, they were $10, so it wasn't like he was like scamming me or like using me as the method. And yeah, I gave him the $10 and I tried it, but I didn't get high for the first time. I was like quite disappointed. And then I said, maybe I didn't get high because it was edible. Maybe I have to smoke it. And he was like, yeah, maybe. And then I bought a joint with him. And it was the first time I ever smoked anything. So I asked him to smoke it with me because I was nervous. But like not the bad kind of nervous, like right before when you're going up a roller coaster and when you're like almost at the very top, you know that fall's about to be crazy. It was that type of nervous. And we smoke it together. It's the first time I inhaled anything that wasn't, air. And I start dying. I'm coughing like crazy. And I started coughing so much I almost throw up. And he's like, bro, are you okay? You don't gotta smoke no more. I was like, no, yeah, I'm good, but I continue to. And I was nervous that I was gonna get caught. So we got high that day, and that feeling, it was just so amazing. I don't even know how to describe it. It just felt so good, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I enjoyed it heavily. And since I work at since I would get an allowance, me and him would split joints for every morning for a while before school. And before this, before me and him started smoking, I was good at school. I was great at school. I was involved, I was intelligent, and I was smart, And then when I started smoking, because my first period, we didn't do anything. So I was like, it's just first period, it doesn't matter. But it's not like it would only last for first period. It would last for a while. Until lunchtime, at least. And in math, I was doing really good. And then it just all started going downhill because I wasn't paying attention in class. I was there, but I wasn't there. And then I would stop for a while when I saw like my grades were tanking. I don't know why I picked up that noob. And it's a thing where even where I did stop, I still had that mental fog where, yeah, I stopped, but I couldn't focus. I couldn't, be present in the moment. I dissociated for um, a long time. Uh, I wanna say a year. 'Cause I remember one day randomly, ironically, in my next year's math class, it was just like this snap, and it was like I was alive again. Like I was present in the moment. And it felt weird. It felt like I don't know how to describe this feeling it was, but it felt like I woke up in a way, and then I would remember bits and pieces of the past year, and it was like I was kind of seeing my life in a third person perspective. Like I was to see my world from my eyes. I was seeing it from the back of my head. Like I wasn't an active participant. I was just there, and it scared me. But I didn't know why. I couldn't explain why. I couldn't explain why this happened. Why I just randomly stopped being alive, I guess. So, throughout the times where, I thought I didn't have anything of importance to do, I would smoke after school with my friends. I didn't think too much of it. I didn't think of it at all. And I got really into weed. I thought, it doesn't matter. It's not that crazy. It's just marijuana. And I'd watch YouTube videos, or I would just do so much research about weed. And I educated myself about it. I knew what to do, what not to do, and then I learned about dissociation, and it kind of terrified me, because that's when I realized that's been happening to me. That's what happened to me. That's what's been plaguing me, or had plagued me for way too long. And and I don't know why, but I didn't stop. Like, I would want to stop, and I would for a while, and then it would get offered to me, because I never told nobody that I was for real trying to quit. I would just say nah, I'm not trying to smoke right now, and they would be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. But I never explained why, because I guess I didn't want to admit that something so common, So what was seen as like non-addictive, like had me. I don't want to admit that to people nor myself. And I was just I was just so weak to it. I would want to turn it down, but then like as soon as uh, they lit up the joint, I would just the sound of the lighter would get me intrigued, and then the smell. Oh, the smell. The smell. It, it's like I would think, I want to hit when it hurt, and then like that one hit be like, you know, two hits, and then it would spiral to me smoking joints by myself with my friends, being the one that initiates it, and I would forget about how much it negatively affected me because I just didn't care. The feeling, it just made me feel good. It made me feel happy. And it took a long time for me to realize that this was hurting me. Like the hour or two, or an hour or two where I felt amazing wasn't worth the feeling of dissociation of just bad for I don't know how long. And it's hard. it's very hard because all my friends, they almost all my friends, they smoke, and whenever they would smoke, it's when we're all hanging out. And I like hanging out with my friends, but I don't like smoking because it doesn't make me, it doesn't feel good like it used to. Like I just feel guilty. I mean, yeah, it does feel good. I won't lie. It feels amazing. But I know it's not worth it. So whenever my friends, every time they ask me to hang out, the first thing I say before yes, no, or I'll see if I can, is, are you guys gonna smoke? And we're 90% of the time they say yes. And I know for a fact that if I know for a fact that I know for a fact that if I smoke with them, that I know if I go hang out and they're smoking, no matter like how much I prep myself, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna smoke. I'm eventually gonna want to. So my solution right now is just not to. I know it's been working to an extent. Because I don't have anything to like that makes me want to smoke, even if I had like weed on me. I just don't have the want. So it's been pretty helpful. And it just sucks because I do want to hang out with my friends. Like they're cool people. They're amazing people, but it's my own struggle that I don't want to be like, yeah, let's hang out, but can you guys just like not smoke? Which I have said before, but there's this one guy that hangs out with us, and he's like really inconsiderate, and he's heavily addicted. Where he doesn't even admit that, he is, because like I stated before, weed is strongly or widely seen as non-addictive, even though it can be, not as addictive as other drugs, but it can be. And I personally also don't like hanging out with him too much, just because of how he is as a person. But I feel like I would hang out with him more if he didn't smoke, just because he is a part of my friend group, even though I wouldn't consider him a friend, just because he's kind of a bad person. He's kind of mean, but it's like one of those friends that you're only friends with because of how long you've been friends with him. Not me though, not me. Like I've only known him for like I think 2.5 years, maybe 3 years by now. Yeah, but I don't know, like I remember in high school, which was last year, my senior year, I would smoke at 12 with the guy that I just said that I didn't like, because he's very addicted, and he's mean and inconsiderate, and just like overall just not someone that I want to be friends with. Me and him would smoke, and I noticed like, wow, this is like really affecting my life, like negatively. And I told him, and I told one of my other friends that I'm not gonna smoke no more. But I didn't tell him exactly why. I told him that I wanted to save money, because it's not like a cheap hobby. So when I told him that, I would tell him that, and every time he'd be like, "Man, it's only $5. It's only $5." Because me and him would split it. But he has money. Like his mom's a nurse, and she always gives him money whenever he asks. Like no question asked. I mean, she wouldn't say like, "What are you gonna spend the money for?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm spending on food, blah blah blah." But obviously he never did. So he only wanted like me to split it with him so he can buy his own by himself, like when he got home, because he's only child, and his parent, his mom's a nurse, so she's never home, or she's home at night. So he would always say, "Man, it's only $5. It's only $5." and I was, heavily struggling with addiction at this time. So even though I I don't want to admit this, but more often than not, I gave in. I was like, yeah, it's only $5, but and since I never told anyone the real reason why I didn't want to smoke, and that includes myself, because I knew subconsciously, like when it was just me, I would say, man, it's like this weed is like ruining my life. I tried. It's not like this is the first time, but I hope it is the last time that I tried to quit. But the things that I'm doing to quit is not hanging out with people that are not going to hang out with people when they know they're going to smoke. Doing everything that I personally can to not get that need to smoke. And being honest with myself. And to people that whenever, like one of my friends, the guy that first initially introduced me to, I told him, yeah man, I'm trying to quit, like it's genuinely like it's hurting me a lot, like I'm trying to get my life together. And when I said that, he admitted to me that he's also been trying to quit, but he hangs out with that one guy who's heavily addicted, and whenever they hang out, they smoke. And since then, I'm not gonna be like, yo man, I thought you were trying to quit every time, like he does, because I'm not. I want to. I really want to, but I'm not like his. I don't know how to like his handler. And if he asks me, if he tells me, yo man, can you like help me keep me accountable? 100%. I just don't want to overstep my boundaries, overstep my part, I guess. If that makes sense. It probably doesn't. And it sucks because I really want him to like, be better, like for himself, because he wants to accomplish goals that I know he can't if he continues to smoke, and I want to see him like thrive. And I don't want to be like, hey man, this is what's helped me try to quit. I don't know if it's gonna help you, but I know you've been trying to quit. Maybe I should, but I'm not sure. I need to kill this guy. I'm planning to sell once I find someone to buy all the weed stuff that I do have. So, I no longer, even though I don't have that urge, like if I do, and when I do, because I know it will happen, get that urge that I don't, because I can't, and I won't. I just want to be better for myself before it's too late, before does this thing even do? Before it's, I don't want to say too late because it's never too late, but before I do it again, I don't want to say relapse because I feel like that's, I mean technically yeah, but I'm not sure. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you struggle with anything similar, or if you have struggled and you have any tips for me, it would be greatly appreciated. But for now, I'm just taking everything day by day, and I don't want to say hopefully because it will. It's gonna work out. I know it is. Oops.